Season 8 of Game of Thrones will be wrapping up all the loose ends when it hits screens in the spring on HBO and Sky. Game of Thrones fans are set to finally find out who will sit on the Iron Throne and how the Night King will be defeated. However, there are things within the mythology and lore of the Seven Kingdoms that remain an enigma, including the Doom of Valyria. The Doom is important to the rise of the Targaryen family, but could it play a part in the final series of Game of Thrones? What is the Doom of Valyria in Game of Thrones? The Doom of Valyria is a mysterious event in which hills all across the region exploded suddenly, sending plumes of ash and smoke in the air. The Doom happened in 114 BC, over a century before Aegon Targaryen's conquest of Westeros. The 14 flames, the volcanoes of Valyria, also erupted and unleashed molten magma onto the land, wiping out anything that crossed its path. Many tsunamis were triggered by the Doom, with lands flooded forever and unnatural tidal activity hitting faraway lands. Essentially, all people and dragons were eradicated by the Doom as clouds rained down dragon lass on Valyria and its inhabitants. When will Game of Thrones Season 8 be released? There are conflicting reports over the causes of the Doom, with some suggesting the death of fire mages, whose spells were undone after they were assassinated due to multiple treacheries in Valyria. Others believe the Doom was due to miners digging too deeply and hitting the Seven Hells. There have also been suggestions of an ancient prophecy that Valyria was taken down by Lannister gold. In A World of Ice and Fire, one chapter states about the Doom: the wealth of the Westerlands was matched, in ancient times, with the hunger of the freehold of Valyria for precious metals, yet there seems no evidence that the Dragon Lords ever made contact with the Lords of the Rock, Casterly or Lannister. What is the Azor Ahai prophecy in Game of Thrones? Septon Barth speculated on the matter, referring to a Valyrian text that has since been lost, suggesting that the Freehold's sorcerers foretold that the gold of Casterly Rock would destroy them. The prophecy is vague and it's not clear whether it has been fulfilled or could be fulfilled in Game of Thrones Season 8. Another theory is that the Faceless Men, who were ex-slaves, destroyed Valyria in revenge because it was the heart of slavery in the world at the time. All of Valyria's traditions and secrets were lost in the Doom. As such, there's no longer any more Valyrian steel swords. How will Game of Thrones Season 8 end? Will the Doom of Valyria mystery be solved in Game of Thrones Season 8? The short answer is that we just don't know, but the Doom is an intriguing part of Westerosi history and has been referenced a number of times in the show, so it would make sense to get a mention. With magic now reignited in the world and White Walkers, dragons and dire wolves roaming, it seems to make sense for Valyria to be addressed in some capacity. Tyrion Lannister, played by Peter Dinklage, was even seen battling against the Stone Men afflicted by grayscale when passing through Valyria, suggesting there is more here to explore. The Lannister prophecy is particularly interesting, with some suggesting we could see it playing out in Season 8 between Jaime Lannister, Nicolaj Coster-Waldau, and Daenerys Targaryen, Emilia Clarke. Season 8 will also serve as a pivotal moment in Daenerys' life, so it seems to make sense she will acknowledge her heritage and where she has come from. The Targaryens, after all, are the only remaining dragon riders because Daenerys had a terrible dream about the destruction of Valyria 12 years before the Doom and fled to Dragonstone in Westeros. Up until now, the Doom of Valyria has remained under the radar, but Season 8 could well touch upon it and serve as an important part of the story.
Game of Thrones Season 8 will air on Sky Atlantic and Now TV on Monday, April 15th at 2 a.m. and 9 p.m. This article contains affiliate links, which means we may receive a commission on any sales of products or services we write about. This article was written completely independently. See more details here.